No. About to have blue fingers. To tie this thing. Putting things away in the wrong places. Yeah. You got blue though. Blue fingers. Go in here. Fly got in here. Good thing it's in the way so you can't light on nothing. So just tying a Maribou booger, and decided to tie it in the color that crazy underscore life 99. He's a fella YouTube streamer. It's a color scheme he likes. So I decided like I'll make a Maribou version. Kinda. I was like, and eventually we'll try it out, see what happens. So we made two. We made a different version, but we're making this version just to something to play around with colors. Dang, it's blue. It's pretty blue on there. Yeah, definitely will be glued down, won't it? And we're just gonna wrap this all the way down. So it's just a woolly bugger, but we're just making it a little different. Just almost want to put a wire on this, but I'm not. I'm just gonna go to do it with that one. Got extra, just in case I mess up. There's one thing you can do: 2 extra wraps near the collar. So if you mess up and this breaks or something, you still have enough to save it. To save your thing you're doing, you'll have a little extra up there. If you wrap it a couple extra times. See if I can get that little piece out of there. A bit. Yeah, good enough. Space it out some more because I don't want that part on me. Same time, I don't want it coming loose. Just a fun looking Maribou booger. Tied messy style, I guess you would call it. Not perfect. But it will fish. It's like Seahawks, like the Seahawks color kind of, but crazy like to use this color. I guess he uses it for bass. We might try it on this salmon, just see at some point. Because it looks very salmony or steelheady too. So, and there's some patterns like this already out there. So it'd be kind of fun to just play around with it. Yeah, this is what that is. This is a very kind of a smaller one. It's kind of experimental color scheme. It's kind of networking with another YouTuber, and we tied this other one together because he likes this color scheme a lot. And so I was like, hey, that'd be cool if we caught a salmon with that same color that you catch bass with. And so we came up with a hair jig. It's like a twitcher, and it's on a smaller hook. And then I just made this one. It's kind of a similar thing, but it's basically like the Seahawks colors twitcher, but it's different material. Just using different material, different movement, and a little bit different movement in the water. So I thought this would be kind of cool to tie it up just to see. It's basically just like a woolly bugger with some little added extra. Just added a hackle tail to it. Right in the center with crystal flash to it. Purple and pearl crystal flash on the tail. So it's basically a Maribou booger twitcher. Heck yeah. Pretty much what it is. You look at it. That's basically like almost like a Seahawks color. Northwestern. But this color works for other species too. But I wanted to tie it in like a Maribou. A messy kind of Maribou style. With some hackle feathers and see how it looks. And movement all over. And then I was going to tie one more. Just a standard, like, type of twitcher, basically. They always tie, but this one is going to do. Let's see if I can do it. I started on this one and then I stopped. Changed my mind. I was like starting to tie it, and I was like, I want to tie something else. And then to stay in the vise when the hooks get this big is kind of getting difficult. Yeah, I had to almost put it right there, and I don't like you putting them there. I don't like putting them right there on this vise for some reason. I just hate it. Because then it kind of that hook stick out so much. Yeah, she doesn't quite want to grab it. Yeah, see, it's slipped in there. Let's try it at the end of the vise. That's the only part I don't like with this vise is it's getting older. See, these big hooks, it's just almost like no, doesn't want to hold them anymore. Yep, we'll see what we can do anyway. I used the time in my hand, so. I used to tie jigs in my hand and no vise, so. I could do green. I'm gonna put the green on the top. So I'm just trying to, you see this rabbit is like trying to twist up on me, but it's okay. It is okay if it does. I'm not too concerned with it. Just a time. Well, let's do it like this. Got two like really close to each other over there. I put one right there. One. This is the part where I have issues with this one. I'm going to tie it in this way because it's going to not want to cooperate with me. I can tell already. I can tell already. It's not going to want to cooperate when I get ready to tie this in. Oof. Let it get in there. Don't have to put glue on it like that, but I do sometimes. I want to make sure it gets secured. Security. And it's going to be sitting for a good couple months before I fish this. For sure. Just going to watch that hook point right there, though. It's sitting like that. It will clip your thread. It's just going to be two tones. Here. Let's see if I have them over here. Yeah. Here's a keep on here. I guess I don't have one over there. No, that's okay. We'll make it work. Maybe we have them over here. Don't see it. I don't see them there. Up here. Well. What happened? Find stuff. Crazy. Crazy word. Okay, let's wrap this down. It's all right. It won't matter. We're just a tying, minding our business. Shabba-bang, wang, wang, wang. That's a trick with this stuff when it's doing weirdness. This was one of the ones I did in a little short, and I was showing like when these cross cuts act funny, how to straighten them out. This is one of the ones. So this is what happens when you straighten them out. what they'll do. And now they'll just lay down. They'll just lay down like that. All nice and perfect for you. You gotta be careful though, because you can pull and stretch on the hide a little too much too. So you have to kind of get used to doing that. But as you can see now, that lays down like almost like I'm tying hackle. It just lays down thick. So that's what that does. If anybody finds that short, that's kind of what it'll do. If you do a certain tension, it'll make them stand up straight more, or it'll lay down like it's doing here. So now it's like really thick at the tail. So it's kind of a little goofy little thing that I figured out a long time ago when crosscut was almost the only thing you could get your hands on in the local area at the time. See how I'm stretching the hide. You can stretch that hide till it breaks even on that rabbit. But if you do it right, on those messed up ones, on these messed up rabbit hair, it will wrap just like that, and it'll just lay down. And then when you press it forward, you can see how it looks. It's thick, nice knots, nice and thick looking. If you look at it, it's nice and thick. But that's something you can do due to the hide. It's still twisting on this one though, but it'll probably straighten itself out once it hits the water. It's not gonna matter that much. You don't even have to do this, what I'm doing. Some people like to trim them at the river, so they'll trim the tail at the river, because sometimes the tail will hook onto the jig, if that makes any sense. Yeah, see, it's not really tying it, hanging it down good, but that's okay. The vise isn't holding as good as it usually is, because this is a bigger hook than usual. Usually don't use a 4-aught on this vise at all. But that's what's in there currently. I'm trying to decide, should I put black? I think we should separate it with black. Like a wrap of black in between there, and then slap it with the blue. If I can get these to break, get these to tear off of here. This is always the fun part, getting them to tear off of here right. But you can always cut them with scissors. I think this one's fine. Came out good. All the hair's leaning in one direction. That's a good thing. Yeah, but if you do that, it's kind of already showing you the shape it's gonna have when it swims. So that's one way you can manipulate the fur. The fur. She had the fur. And then we're gonna put a little glue on the back side. That's right where we tied it in. The only reason I put it in there is just to make sure they stay together, because they will spin. That whole hair will spin on that jig. Once you start fishing in the water and that hair starts stretching and moving, sometimes they'll spin on there. Believe it or not. You'll still catch fish like that though. You can straighten it back and glue it tighter, glue it in a little tighter, some glue, but I want it to kind of last a little bit here. And then we're gonna tie just a little bit of black. Let's see. I do like a wrap or two. Just do like one. Then we're gonna wrap right on that edge. Pull it under. So I'm trying to. There we go. Trying to keep that nice collar right there. Without destroying it. And not lose all that. There we go. And that's why I tied it down a little bit. Because I want to keep that collar on there. Because I'm going to kind of wrap it down like this. So this one's going to have a really different look to it. Because the way the back is made. But it all swims the same once it gets in the water. Camera just, it's like, I don't like you, man. It's been like that lately. It's just want to unfocus, focus, not focus. The lighting, all kinds of weird stuff going on. Look how that light's hitting the tail of that chartreuse. It's trying to adjust. Here we go. See if it'll adjust. Let it sit for a second here. It's trying to balance to my hand being in the frame, so finding that happy medium spot is kind of a task. So we put a little black on it. And then what we're gonna do, I don't even know, I might not even put the legs in this one. But we're gonna do blue. Cause it's got a blue glitter jig head. So we're gonna do squeeze in the blue. It's kind of like that color scheme me and Crazy were talking about, and he's got this bass jig that he make like that. And we were talking, but this is a little different. Something just to try out. But it looks kind of like the Seahawks color jig. It's basically kind of that color. And it's similar to this other one. But we're going to try to get this blue in there. Definitely has a different look because of the way the rabbit was twisting on that other one. But it's probably gonna move the same. Right, so we got the blue in, got the green in. It's got kind of a weird thing going on right there, but it'll still work. It's pretty good. Sometimes it can't be uniform. Perfection is good, but sometimes you work with the materials even if they're a little weird. And that was what was up with that. And that's why it lays down like that. And I didn't want to lose material, so. I'm gonna put just bottom here. I'm gonna put the that's something similar to this, but not like this. What the heck happened here? Okay, I guess this will make it work. Oh yeah, I cut these. Forgot I cut these a funny way because of something else. Because of something else. Good enough. Just a messy looking salmon jig. Yeah, see, it doesn't want to cooperate with me. Oh. Let's look at it again. That's close. Very close. Close enough. Just a twitcher. We're putting in the last part. There's just some legs. Don't really have it. Just adds more movement to it. Not a pretty one, but not a pretty one. But it will have to do. Sometimes it doesn't need to be pretty. Ooh, don't want that under there. Over. Let's see. Lock this part right here. I usually don't do them this way, but lately I've been doing them this way for the sake of just a different way to do it, which isn't that much different than how most people tie them. They tie them in this way, they tie them in the other way. Different materials, Maribou, not Maribou. I tie a lot of Maribou ones and basically rabbit hair ones. What's up, Yoshi? Here it is. Not perfectly like I wanted it to come out, but good enough. Good enough. Not perfectly party. But definitely will catch something, I think. After just trying it out. When the time comes. Yeah, I thought I'd tie two really quick and chill for a little bit tonight because it's kind of warm in here. The sun came out later today and it got warm a little bit where I'm at, but it was pretty much cloudy the last couple of days. And well, everybody on the East Coast looks like they're getting fried over there with the temperatures. And people over there sound like they're getting some warm weather. Awesome. Appreciate it. Appreciate the sub. Yeah, if I can't fish, just tie, cook food, take walks. All right, let's see. It's a little crazy with the hair underneath there. It almost look better without those legs on it to me, but it looks a little different from this angle. But that's still a jig. It'll still swim around and move, draw attention to it itself, I'm sure. The like button 2 times, huh? Funny. Yeah, looks all right. And then let's do the tail, trim the tail a little bit, separate these, crystal flash a little bit. That one. Definitely one of my favorite ways to catch them. So when they're around anyway. Doesn't for very long. Yeah. Bumble! I figure many people have more than one account these days. I'm noticing. You know, like, oh, I was like, not me. A lot of people thought I did. I was like, this is the same account. So it's the same account. My other ones got closed out a long time ago because I just didn't use them. I stopped using them, and then I was like, hey, wait a minute, it's gone. So, like, oh, it's because I haven't been active logging in or anything for a while, for a long time. So, this one I try to stick pretty doing things. Let's see here. I almost was going to put this on there. I'm almost out of chartreuse. I buy much chartreuse because I don't use a lot of the chartreuse. I used to only use literally chartreuse. I'd buy. And then like orange. I have like orange. Like, that's all the colors I need. Orange. Something that's almost like a green. And that's it. In a pinch. Or something pink. Now I got all kind of different colors I'm trying to play around with. God, my fingers are blue, guys. I'm turning blue. I don't know if you can see it. I'm turning blue. Put this one back. Oh, and I was going to make one like that. Eventually. I'll make it later. Let's see here. So that's the one. And then we made this one. We made that. Because we're going for kind of like the same color scheme, but I just added a dash of black. But very little. Very barely any black. Mostly blue. Mostly blue. There's lots of chats I go into, and then I find out somebody has like some, moderating a lot, and I find out that they have like all these like other accounts, and some are spying on other ones, thinking they're doing this, and some aren't. And it got like ridiculous in some channels to me at a certain point, and I was just like, some people are just trying to discredit another one, and just for different reasons, just crazy. It was just crazy to me. Understandable, but also when nothing's going on, it became like, yeah, this is kind of weird. I think that's just like some people's paranoia. Sometimes you think something's going on and nothing's going on. That's what I think a lot of times. Try not to set there. That's the other one I'm trying on the other stream. I think that one is just, man, that one is nasty. That color scheme is nasty. Matter of fact, I'm missing one from up here. Can I put them away? Put it away. I got a couple of them that I've had sitting up here for a while. Trying to dry them and stuff. And I'm not seeing. I must have left it up here for a reason. I'm not seeing the duplicate sitting here. Cause I made a duplicate of one of them for some reason. Huh. Well, whatever will be, will be. Yeah, I really like that purple moon. It looks very coho-y. And it looks kind of bassy too, though. That looks kind of bassy like too, kind of. So that's the thing. Sometimes you make these some of these. I'm like, that might catch bass too. I'm like, you made that one. That one's really cool. It's very simple. Nothing. Looks just like some kind of crappie jig, but it's a little bigger. But that one's cool because it definitely would catch humpies for sure. But I type that because of the. I don't know if y'all can see it. If it's even. No, it's not. Let me see if it'll charge. It's me in the dark, y'all. This one had a chip on it and like a defect though. As you can see, the UV, what it's putting on it. So that's like the one I like to use in the morning time. Like with low light, like in the morning time. And then hit it with the light right when it's sun's getting up, and you fish that one. And usually does pretty good. And it still works even when it's sunny out too. It's kind of a peach colored jig head, but yeah, I just added a little red to it, and I think it looks good. It's just basically a woolly bugger with a hackle tail, and then little hackle string out tail, and then wrapped. And instead of a whole bunch of crystal flash, I just cut the crystal flash at the same size as the hackle I wrapped, palmered around. I was like, as long as it has like a little bit of that flash flicker in it, this has movement. I put 3. They're gonna kind of move like that. When you stop it, they kind of swim back and forth. And I've caught quite a few pink jigs like that. They don't really not care, but I did notice they do pay attention to certain color a little bit more. Pink is always a good color, but sometimes a little something different. So it's kind of good to use something a little different than everybody else. But it's the same, but it's the color scheme they want. Like I was saying, I went out and then I used pink and purple, and that was like hot for something. That was hot color just for pink salmon for some reason. And then other people were fishing for them, but they weren't. They were catching them, but it just seemed like I was getting more bites. Or I might have been just because I was in the right spot too, in the at that particular spot in the river, in the right spot at the right tide time. So more fish were pushing to that side. Yeah, it's got the orange in the center, but pink around it, and pink on the front. Okay. Just wondering where that other jig went to, because I don't remember putting it away. I tied two. I don't see it up here. I'm assuming I put it in the box. Yeah, definitely got an assortment of them. I kind of know what ones are gonna. I kind of already know which ones are gonna be the hot ones just by the color. But I'm trying to make a few that are more blacks, purples, black and red, like darker. They're more subtle dark with darker colors, because they seem to like dark purple and like a light purples, or like blue and purple together. Black and or purple and orange, like a purple orange jig head with purple body, just simple, and then a little crystal flash. They seem to definitely. You know what I haven't made? I only made one of those, and it's a really nice color scheme. It's purple and black, just purple and black. Yeah, I like the purple and black. That's a good one too. Purple and black. I made one that was just purple and black, and it just looks amazing. And it's definitely not a super bright looking jig at all, but it looks really nice. It's purple and black to it. It's not like this one. I mean, that's a lot to that. There's a lot of color going on in there. It's very bright. And I made another one like this, but I put black in the center. That fuchsia pink is a little bit different than the regular pink, but it looks very similar to Cerise. And the fluorescent, like flame red, it's like very similar, but it ain't quite that. It's like magenta. It's a true. It's like it's got its own thing, kind of, to me. It's right at that color spectrum thing. And then the other will go. Oh yeah, I still got to do that challenge. The other challenge, that's like the thing we talked about a long time ago. But yeah, I have to make a pheasant, another pheasant jig, and then like almost nothing else to it. I think I'm gonna add crystal flash though. This still has some color to it, but it'll be just all pheasant jig made from pheasant feathers, and just using different techniques, and that'll be the jig. And the only thing that'll be different, that it's like not plain, will be like the jig head and the crystal flash. That'll be the only two things. Everything else just be like, it's just all feathers, pretty much. All feathers from off the pheasant back. So that'll be fun. I think I might try that tomorrow. But all right, guys, I'm out of here. I need to adjust this. My strength. My strength. I'm gonna have to tighten this. Fix this. Time for new buys. And I repaired this thing too. Put this ring around the end. Yeah, you too, man. I'm getting out of here. I tied 2 tonight. Well, or this morning for me. Now it's morning. I'll catch you later, man. Catch you later, Yoshi. And whoever else is watching, drop a like, subscribe, check out shorts and food. Later. Peace.